Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back
Hello,
in at
everyone.
it. Yeah, we're allowed back in once more. We're the casual ones. This is Snowcatch Valley, episode 6, I think, as well. I always lose track of the numbers right when I'm about to do this. So I think this is episode 6. For the quick recap, after learning about some potentially missing people throughout town, learning from a man named Edgar Sharp who had seen someone walk into the lake. He proclaimed that he had seen this once before when he was 8 years old and no one believed him and he got the hell out of town. He also learned of a group of maybe fringe conspiracy theorists and supernatural hunters named the Club, and they invited you into the Snowcatch Forest to venture out in search of Bigfoot. Where strangely, you did find Bigfoot prints, which led you to a man who went missing from a nearby warehouse where Angel himself works. And while he was searching for Roger Waters, they also found him near a collection of crags where the mountains clash from one to the next, and there's a bunch of cave-like structures. But when they went to see the figure of him, which faded into the dark, there was no cave there, more than cracks and thin chasms that went down under the mountains. With the Club sufficiently freaked out by more than anything they've ever seen before, having boasted about picking up small radio frequencies and slightly ghostly phenomena. They had never seen anything quite like this, and they got the hell out of there. You guys, also slightly disturbed, followed Ransom's tracks of paintballs that he crushed along the way and made your way out of there. In the last few days, these thoughts and things and images have been kind of floating through your minds. This repeating pattern of seemingly people going missing and strange happenings on with shining eyes and other things that don't seem possible in a normal sense. We guess we could pick up with Ransom and Angel. It's been about 4 days since that venture. You have some time to yourself, and I think you guys find yourself in a bit of a researching mood again. Is there anything you'd specifically like to do?
Yeah, I figure we're probably sitting at Angel's place, probably playing N64 or something.
Classic.
I don't get it. What was a well doing out in the middle of the forest?
Well, there's a cabin there.
Yeah, but that was way away from that cabin.
So the water source isn't right beside the cabin. It's not too crazy.
I guess, I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe there's a bunch of the old mines that are underneath that area. They're supposed to be haunted or something, right? I'm just trying to see how it's all connected. I'm gonna go to the library. I'm just gonna throw the controller down. Sorry, that's not Ransom style. I'm gonna place the controller down.
I appreciate you not breaking my things.
Make sure all the Cheeto dust is off my hands, and I wanted to head to the library and see sort of the layout of any of the old mines and whatnot within Snowcatch Valley and how it might overlay with where we were the other night.
Okay. Yeah, I think as you guys head out into the day, moving towards the center of town, kind of towards town square and where the library is, as you're kind of pulling up, you do notice that there are a few moving trucks and people are milling about. You see large equipment being pulled, some even towards the library itself, some towards town hall. And you see a face, though maybe the name you don't recognize. The man from outside the haunted House of Fun mirrors and such, where you had talked to someone who was talking about getting Snowcatch into the next millennium. and you see that familiar man again, where he is guiding some movers and pointing trucks. That you see that they pull out dollies with large trays of what look like server racks, and you see them pulling different computers into the library. And the librarian who Ransom you've seen a few times in the last few weeks, by the door, ushering them in. And as you guys make your way up to the steps, she just gives you a nod, and kind of head nods toward it. Yeah, you guys can definitely get in there. They're just setting up some slightly newer computers, and we're going to be taking on some new, I don't know, computery type responsibilities and stuff. Not really sure, but we're getting new computers out of it, so we're going to retire some of these older ones. And you see behind her, there's some pretty yellowed looking all-in-one computers that are
You guys
stacked
are
up.
finally getting rid of the Tandy, huh? Okay.
A little, yeah. We're doing our best to, get up with the times a little. So,
Did you get a Dell?
I don't know what the brands are too good.
Moving into a digital era?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, if you guys want to, you can get inside, and I'll be in there in a moment if you need anything from me. Yep. And then she goes back to helping them move in and out some of these old computers. And you see that man, he's very excitedly pointing to movers as if he's a conductor, moves off towards the town hall area where there's a few people pulling in giant server racks there. And and you guys move your way.
Is it just me, Angel, or did that seem like some pretty heavy hardware for a library?
Well, if they've got like a server, then kind of makes sense.
Wait, hold on. What's a server do again?
It's a really big computer.
Okay, but why does a library need a big computer?
They got a lot of information.
But they're all in the book. You know what? If this hurts. Okay, let's go.
Maybe they're doing one of those internet cafes that are so famous in Japan. That'd be so cool, Just...
Jesus, Brody, where'd you come from?
I saw you guys walking to the library. I've actually spent more time in the library now than I have all my semester. So, I'm actually gonna go hang out. I don't want to be looking at books, so I'm just gonna go get some pizza and I'll be back.
Okay. Yep.
Yo, do you think they'll give one of those computers away and I just just walk out?
Bye, Brody.
Just eyeing some of the old computers like it's treasure.
Yeah. So we'll head down to like the old like city archive or town archive area again, and just start trying to find any like town records as to like mine claims or incidences of deposits of different like precious metals and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
You know what? I would like to.
No, you don't.
Really would.
Are there
I just have to
any
remember
like
how to do it.
topographical maps of the area?
Yeah. I think as you start like flipping through them, depending on this roll, you maybe
9.
yeah, not too bad. As you're flipping through, you guys you're able to quickly notice, what a map looks like at a glance compared to what most of the other archives do. A lot of them are on boards. A lot of them have more coloring. It's pretty easy to like, even if they're not what you're looking for, you can pin out which ones are maps and which ones aren't on the shelves and the folders. And as you're going through everything, you do kind of come across definitely some topographical maps of the mountains and the Snowcatch Forest over the years. Those themselves obviously don't go into the mining. But Ransom, you do pull out a few different maps that show some of the different veins and mountainous areas where there were the mining operations that happened. Some as recent as in the last 50 years, but it has maybe as you've all maybe learned having lived here that it's a little bit taboo to continue mining operations in the mountain, especially after the tragedies that have happened there. And while there could be a lot of goods down there, it would be inappropriate. And so for the most part, there's only been very small operations that you see are dotted on this map towards the much more western side of the mountain range. But you do see different veins of silver and small deposits of gold. You can see where there was some coal in some of the more northern side of the mountain. And you do see that a lot of what is actually tracked and where it used to actually be mined actively, at least in gold rush times and before some of the incidents, was much more towards Willow Lake uh, and generally around that. And you do see some small cave systems that do travel under the forest, maybe towards the areas you went over the last few days, but not entirely sure. And yeah, I think as far as maps and information, that's all you'd find there. Is there anything else you'd like to search for here?
Yeah, is there anything, I guess, topographically or historically interesting about the region of the forest that we were in? Like, is there stories of like supernatural or any sort of like agricultural or anthropological interest that happened in that area? Just it seems like there was some history there that we're not really aware of.
Yeah, I think I would say maybe make a second roll, and it can be even occult if you'd rather, between the both of you if you're looking into that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let I'll let you do the occult roll.
15.
Jeez.
15, sorry.
That's not
I
awesome.
didn't. I didn't.
It's
Yeah,
a
I
no.
didn't.
Yeah.
Your brain like
15.
doesn't pick that up. It's like that's not possible. Try
Yeah,
again.
just like I don't know why you just said that number. What does that have to do with anything? A 15, and that was angel searching, obviously, because
Yeah, for more supernatural events from the area.
Yeah. I think as you start to look over some of these records, you actually notice a suspicious lack of anything of that kind of intrigue. Even stuff that in, over the last 100+ years would have been at least anecdotally logged as hearsay or whatever, even in news articles, anything that could have correlated in anything that seems off kilter, you are finding it is a void. But you do know that there is a place that you frequented several times, and it has an archive of things that are what the news and the public would deem to be untruths in a way. And that
Okay.
there's an archive maybe made for this kind of stuff. But here,
Okay.
a surprising lack of information.
Okay. Maybe we need to go to a less savory area to do some research.
Like what? Like the back of the library?
The dark side.
Yeah, the back of the library.
What are you talking about? Where are we going?
I know a place that like, what's his name? The guy who originally freaked out by the lake.
Flint?
Was that his name? No, he went there like the next day.
No, it wasn't Flint. It was
Doesn't matter.
name. I had it.
But the shop owner, Oliver, said that the guy came by to to look at something. So, no, maybe it's time we go check out, see what he was looking at, see if we can find anything.
like a needful things kind of shot.
All right, we're gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. It just sounds creepy. Let's go.
All right. As you guys pack your things up, you do see that a lot of the yellowed old computers stacked by the door have made their way into somewhere else, and a few of the servers have been pushed in towards an elevator that will take it down to the basement of the library. And a lot of the outside commotion has calmed down as you see a few of the trucks have moved away. And you see the gray-haired man who had been dealing with the electronics and stuff at the fun house, closer towards the town hall, excitedly gesturing to a few other administrators there. And as you kind of pack up and roll out of there, we will pan over to Brody, who's made his way to Jimmy. And what are you guys up to?
Hey, Jimmy. How's it going? How's your morning been?
Oh, not bad, man. How's it going with you?
Oh, well, I haven't been able to sleep much, but I had this brilliant idea as I have like an extra large coffee in my hand. I was thinking of going back to the forest since it's very nice and bright out, and just going to check out that cave and see if maybe we can find something that we missed last time.
Yeah, man. Like if you need company, I can come with you. That's no problem. Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't a cave, right? Like we tried to take a look, and there was not really a cave there.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like, what if we missed an entrance to a cave or something? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, man. Yeah, let's. I can drive us over.
Yeah,
Hop on
cool.
in.
Let me just go grab one of my hockey sticks from the pizza place. Just give me a second. I'm gonna
What do you want a hockey
run.
stick for?
Just in case something jumps out at us. Come on, think. I'm just gonna run in. It's like an old hockey stick that I probably would have had before. I'm ready, and I'm gonna like jam it back in the back seat.
It's careful, man. God.
It's okay. I taped it. You won't get any scratches.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
As I'm leaving the pizza joint, I would have grabbed a few slices and I'm gonna give one to Jimmy.
Of course.
Want some? They only had a Hawaiian left.
Oh, it's the best pizza, man. Absolutely. Love it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I remember.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
roll down the window, pick off the pineapple.
You know what they say? Pineapple on pizza was meant to be. So.
I don't think anybody says that, but you. So.
Ah, man. Everybody says it. Come on, man.
Gotta have fruit for breakfast, even if it's pizza.
Hell yeah. Covering all the major food groups.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys want to pack in before you head out to the woods again?
I mean, I have my usual stuff. Like, I'll have my flashlight and the road kit and my weapons.
Okay. As you guys begin to drive up, is there a route you would like to take? Would you like to be sneaky again, or just go through the regular, quick, right through the main gates of the campgrounds, or are you driving around town to get up to the back trails again?
Well, it's during the day, and it's not weird to walk through the forest, so I would just say normal
Yeah,
people.
that was kind of where I was leaning to.
Okay. Gives you a lot more time to explore, and hopefully that's a good thing to do. So you guys make your way towards the main campground entrance, passing off information to the workers as you move through into the campground itself. Then I assume veering off away from where the campground's parking lot would be, where you would actually go and set up a tent, moving towards one of the other trails. In this area, there are a few trails that are kind of meant for driving up towards the ski lodge. If you were to be in the campsite, there's other ways to get there, of course. But finding your way, you don't have to go completely off road as you go more northern up into the forest. But then eventually you do find at a fork in the road, you can continue up to the ski lodge, or going right or east as towards what you believe would be the direction of the things you had seen the night before.
Mhm.
But here would be slightly more rugged trails. You think the car could fit, but you don't know if it's made for it.
Okay. I will take the car that way, but I will be going very slowly.
Real slow, like
So that I don't hurt Gwen, because he's my baby.
I'm like holding onto the coffee, like, oh my god, please, oh my god.
As you're slowly moving up and over natural potholes and eventually
Yeah.
moving around logs. There is a wide enough berth in the path that you are able to move, but with some finesse. As you are making your way, eventually you do see in the distance, maybe a good 500 feet or so, the edge of a cabin that could be similar to the one that you were here at night.
Okay. Is there like a way to area to
that the
park in front of it?
There is some like more field-like areas around it. You could just stop the car, but there isn't parking out here at all. This is like just almost wild forest. There's very little maintenance and anything.
I'll probably, because I don't want to take the car too deep in. It'll just be really long to get out. So I'll park the car like in front-ish or like near the cabin. Because we took the whole trail by foot, so it'll just be easier, I think, to follow at that point. So I'll find a nice level spot, park the car, and hop on out.
Yeah, you find a spot that's like no more than like 190 degrees. It's like not too bad. Yeah, and you're able to
I
get out
engage
of
all
there.
the brakes.
Yeah,
Then park
everything is
emergency
on.
brake, my backup emergency brake.
Boulders under the tires.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're beginning your search here at the cabin. Right. Is there anything that you're looking for here, or are you trying to find a way back to somewhere you've been before?
Actually, I'd like to go into the cabin. Oh, Jimmy, look, you did see that creature go up through the attic, right? Maybe there's something up there that we missed.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, like, we can check it out. It's just, I think it was just like an animal. But if you want to look, like I can boost you up if you want to take a look.
Yeah, it'll be like 5 minutes.
All
You
right.
have that flashlight though? I forgot.
Yeah,
mine.
I'll pop the trunk and grab the flashlight and hand it to him.
Yeah. And as you kind of move towards the cabin, you do see in the daylight, it's not so bad. Like mentioned before, it didn't have a door on it. The windows were glassless. So inside, sure, it's a little dim, but you got the full grayish sunlight of November spilling in. So it's not too bad. Not as scary, but you do see as you're looking around that there is that almost gnawed away hole in the ceiling above you, towards the center of it, and that's where it gets a little darker.
Okay. Hey, Brody, real quick, man. You have like rabies shots and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
making sure.
I don't think my parents are that negligible. Wait,
Negligent?
there we go. Thank you.
No problem. Kind of rude that you think your parents are negligible, though. That's fucked up, man.
I said that. You know what? I just boost me up. God damn it.
All right, here you go, and I'll get down and give him a lift up.
Sure. Do you want to give me a keep cool as you're balancing him up towards this nearly shattered wooden ceiling?
6?
Okay.
You know, I'm just like all my weight is on top of his head. Like,
Oh, you
Jimmy.
gotta out. Fuck, shit, no. How about that?
Brody's like
Brother,
trying to
shoulder.
help, stepping all over the area. And in that moment, Brody, you do feel that Jimmy like moves under your weight a little bit, and you, for a second, have nothing underneath you, and you begin to fall with your hands up on the wood. That feels just a little too soft for your own grip, and you feel it crunch and crinkle and begin to break as your like elbows are up in this hole, as the wood around it is like. And Jimmy, you can see it is like beginning to crack out towards the edges of this hole and move towards the rest of the ceiling.
Jimmy,
You're gonna
Jimmy,
pull the house down. You're gonna pull the house down.
I'll let go and kind of drop down.
As you begin to like fall, some of the boards come loose a little bit around you and clatter to the ground. An image of a plaque labeled to the outside of this historically maintained building flashes in your mind from the night before.
Actually, before I fall down into my elbow, I'm assuming I'm like head in there. Can
Yeah.
I just like very quickly take a look around before I jump down, see if there's anything weird up there?
I'd say, yeah, maybe roll keep cool for me then, to see how much you get before you were to fall.
It's a 10.
With a 10, as you're looking around, spinning the light, you don't see anything. Nothing looks back at you like you guys had talked about the night before, where something shone in the light and darted away. But you do see in towards the edges of these upper ceiling area that you're in, lots of scratch marks, like claws, long drawn out throughout the entire upper ceiling itself, going down towards the outer walls. But that's all.
as I like jump back down. Yeah, I think it's just an animal. There's a lot of scratch marks up there, but be anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. All right. I honestly, man, I forgot this was a historic building. So we're gonna have to park the car somewhere else. In case someone comes and looks at it. So
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
yeah. Let's
Okay.
Yeah, let's move on a little bit maybe. Ah, shit. Okay. Get in the car. Just get in the car.
Clunk.
As you guys, yeah, you start to pile back in, looking for a path. You do remember that a lot of this walk was very close quarters, moving over shrubs and trees, and so in the car you're not likely to be able to follow the exact path from the night before.
Yeah.
But having a general sense of the direction, could you roll investigate for me to see if you're able to find
Investigate.
Can I also help?
path? Yeah, sure.
Help out.
Yeah, or roll your own. If
9.
Okay, maybe I'll help out.
10.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys, as you're working around the area, you do kind of spot some of the first paintballs that Ransom had put down, and you see that definitely is way too thin of a path for the car to make itself through. But you do see that there is up towards the north a bit of a where it turns closer to the mountains. There's less tree line, and you think you can maybe work your way parallel to this this path that you'd worked before. And so you begin moving your way there. It's a bit dicey though, as the incline here increases and you're driving parallel to it. At a few points, the car kind of slips down. You could feel like the tread of the tires doesn't quite grip to everything. You feel the shale and gravel moving underneath. And then at one moment, you find that the car slips like a good 4 feet and then starts to pitch over onto one of the front wheels, and the back wheels are definitely in the air.
Fuck.
Can you roll keep cool for me?
Holding on to the handle. Oh my god!
That's an 8.
Yeah, eventually you're able to work it back down. You feel the back tires crash into the ground, just absolutely obliterating the rotten log. You catch some traction and move your way back forward. And over the next 15-20 minutes of just traversing this countryside of a mountain, you see the long pasture that is reminiscent to where you had seen the well before, which is just a long stretch of flat land. And begin working your way south, and within a few moments you do see it there, peeked up on the horizon, a little circular dot with a worn away half beam of wood, which would have at some point held a shelter for it. Yeah.
This was now I don't know if you're part of the conversation, Brody, but this well, Angel kept saying there was something about this well, man. And I tried to drop a flare down there so we could see how deep it goes, and I just lost track of it.
Well, Ransom did go to the library to check up something like this, so why don't we just take a look? Maybe we'll find something that will help.
Sure. Yeah, we can go take a look. And I'll get close-ish with my car, but I won't bring it all the way there. Especially if this is just a grassy field. It's probably gonna be bumpy as hell too. Actually, I'm just gonna leave my car at the end of this trail. We'll walk the field. Yeah.
Okay. As you guys make your way down the field, just crunching your way through some of the fallen leaves and stuff, you make your way up towards the edge of a well, and it is maybe 3.5 feet high, protruding from the ground, old weathered stone, one barely standing board of wood beside it, and you see that little plaque there as well. Looking inside, it is daylight, so you can see definitely where the bottom of the well should be when you would expect it. No more than 30 feet. Definitely continues into darkness, just like the night before, where you had thrown down the flare. You can see a bit further, but unsettlingly, still no bottom.
I'm gonna stick my head in and go, hello, hello, hello. Do I hear anything back? Any rustling?
You
I
listening?
hate.
Yeah.
Why would you? Dude, I told you something. Angel saw something or heard something. I don't know. You felt something down there. What are you yelling in the well for?
You
Well, I
both
mean,
begin to hear little whispers call out to you. Inviting,
can I make out what it says?
listening, it's the sound of language. There is no words. It is just the sound of inviting.
Nah,
I'm gonna put the flashlight down there, see if I can see anything.
I'm gonna
For a
stand back
split
and
second,
hold.
yeah,
the collar of his fucking
as you're
shirt.
standing back, Brody, you shine down the light, and for a very split second, you see two glittering dots in the very, very distant, and they flicker out as your light hits them.
I'm gonna like pull back, stumble to the ground. There's something down there. There's eyes down there.
Man, I don't think you heard anything I said earlier.
I
just
heard
knew
there
was something there, man.
Okay, but
Of course there's something down there.
was it?
I don't
Okay,
know.
but what could it be? I mean, this wall goes on for a long time. Like you said, you couldn't even see the goddamn flare. So what could be hovering there?
Chupacabra. I don't know. It could be anything.
I don't think a chupacabra could fly or hover.
I didn't think vampires were real either. A lot of things we don't know, man.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a rock and throw it into the wall.
What are you doing?
Jimmy, that's what you see. You see Brody looking around. He finds like the golf ball sized pebble, hand over head, throws it down into the well. Yeah, you hear it start to clack off side of the wall, rebounding from one side to the other, from stone to stone, and then you hear the light sound of thud of dirt as you know that this, when you drop a flare down, it gave way from well to just earth, and then you hear nothing.
I'm gonna look over the edge into the well.
You begin to again just hear the sound of whispers in your ears, and it just sounds comforting.
Can I really try to focus and does it sound like a, can I tell if it's the voice is male or female or old or young or
Maybe roll occult for me.
okay. Yeah, I'm super good. I'm the occultiest motherfucker you've ever met. That's actually an 8, which is surprising.
Yeah, you're standing before this well, trying to quiet your own mind, let this sound, maybe what this language is, pour in, listening. The sound of the whispers get louder and louder, and you start to feel something that you felt before. You have this flicker of a memory.
Yep.
During the summer when you had taken that road trip out to try and make it big. And then you remember at one point you hit a wall where you just knew if you were ever going to do it, it was going to be at home. You know, maybe there was less competition. Maybe there was people that already believed in you there.
Mm-hmm.
So you cut your trip short and thought, Snowcatch, that's where it'll happen. And you just feel that feeling now, yeah, you're meant to be here. This is where you are going to make it.
Yeah. Okay. And I believe that thought, right? It doesn't feel invasive. Okay.
Genuinely, you just feel that moment when something clicks and you realize all it's going to take is time and work and it's going to work out. You just have that. This is the place.
As I hear the yeah coming out of Jimmy's mouth, I look up at him and go, yeah.
Yeah. You ever just know that you're exactly where you're meant to be? You know?
Absolutely not.
You should listen to the well. Oh, that might be a good song. This all makes sense. Okay.
I was
This world's
gonna take a
weird.
step back. Yes, it is. Coming from the man who just wanted to like book it out of here, now you're telling me to listen to the well. That's
Just saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate this well. I just got a good feeling. Not about the well. I cannot reiterate the fact that I do not like how creepy this well is, and I'm going to be saying this as I'm like walking away from it a little bit. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's good. You know?
okay. Well, I'll stick my head in and try to listen, like Jimmy said.
Okay. And you kind of follow Jimmy's lead where you saw him just like close his eyes. And it's something you've seen him do a few times here and there, never really put together, but like he just entered a state of like near Zen for a moment. Can you roll occult for me?
Sure. It's a 3.
You hear nothing. Just nothing. Yeah, it's an empty sound of a well and the sound of wind through trees. Nothing else.
I'm gonna like open my eyes, look longingly at Jimmy. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
there's nothing
right?
in there. There's nothing in.
You didn't see anything in the well.
I didn't see or hear anything. I think it's all in your imagination. I'm gonna grab a penny and just chuck it into the well. Hey, you never know. A wish might just come true. And
Oh, what'd you wish for?
I can't say it, or else it won't come true.
Oh,
So, do you
Fair.
always say what your wishes are after? That's
I mean,
probably why
sometimes.
that's probably why they haven't come true yet.
I feel like people already know my wishes. You know, I want to play music for people. I want to, make it big.
Yeah,
You know,
but
I gotta grow my brand though. You know, gotta focus on getting like a fan base here and then expand.
yeah, well, you have the perfect platform. You use the radio. You
Exactly,
killed
man.
it with that song on the radio.
And
I don't know if
appreciate it. And
See?
that was a song inspired by stuff that had happened.
Ex-
I'm gonna write a
Listen.
song. I'm not joking, man. I'm gonna write a song. It's gonna be called "Listen to the Well."
I think
My
that's a
number
great
one hit.
idea.
Calling it now.
Okay, see, that sounds like a wish. You should probably keep it to yourself so that it comes true.
I mean, I'm just gonna put the work in, and I think it'll come true no matter what. You know.
Sure. I bet. But you know what? The second you start selling merch, I'll buy your shirt.
I appreciate it.
Add to the funds of Jimmy Jams.
Jam. You say James? It sounds like you said James. Jimmy Jam.
Jams. Yeah, Jimmy
Jams, yeah.
Jams.
It sounds like you're saying James with an accent.
No, I don't even
Okay,
know.
I'm just making sure, man. That's all.
Okay,
all
well
right.
let's go to
Let's
the
go find-
caves and
Sure. Yeah, man. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna like take a look back at the well and just be like, did I really hear something from there? But just kind of keep on walking. Just look at Jimmy just to make sure he's not weird.
Yeah. And as you're walking away, just like the image of this well just hangs in your mind, but you don't hear anything else. And
Okay.
at that moment, as you guys make your way back to the car, we move to Ransom and Angel, who've left the library in search of Twist's terrifying trinkets. Angel guiding Ransom towards more of an alley where it is not one of the common shops in the area. A lot of strange places that maybe Ransom you've never seen before, and you're led down a bit of an alley with a slightly inlet door painted green, and you push it open and you hear like the sound of like a very dull foghorn instead of a chime, and then from a wall of almost like a bead-like wall, you see a man in suspenders with waxed up mustache spin into the area. He eyes for a second that stand and rotates it so the doll faces are facing away. Angel, welcome back. And you brought a friend. Friends are good for business.
Hey, Oliver.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. You've come for more goods, I hope. How'd music boxes treat you?
Oh, they're great. They're
Okay.
nice and creepy.
Good,
Doing
good,
great.
good. That's what I like.
No, I was just thinking about something last time I was here. You mentioned that a guy came in a little bit earlier than I did, and he wanted to like do some research or something.
Yeah, he's been here a few times over the years. Didn't catch his name though. Just some older guy. Usually he titters around some of the goods and checks stuff out, and every once in a while heads back in the archive room and flips through some old stuff. But
Yeah, I was just wondering because we've seen or like heard some like weird stuff in the last like week or so. I was just wondering what kind of stuff he was checking out in the archives.
yeah, what did he ask about? He a few times in the past he's asked for sightings.
Is he one of those like Sasquatch believers?
These ones are more space related, but
Aliens.
Miniature giant space hamsters.
I don't know what that is, but maybe. I don't know.
Never mind. I just go back to like playing with things on the wall.
Yeah, stuff. He liked a lot of the fringe sort of things, which is good for business. What else did he ask about? He
Anything about like weird or supernatural stuff that's like happened in like the forest nearby over the last like 100 years?
I think something like that. He definitely was looking into stuff about here, about the place. Information. Yeah, it doesn't seem very focused on anything though. Just history, right? Just history, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Everything's pretty well labeled and archived back there, so you're definitely free to take a look, see what you find. If you need help finding a category or something, let me know. But
all right, yeah.
Admittedly, I'm not big on the reading, more on the finding the goods, selling the goods, that kind of thing.
You do a great job finding the weird trinkets. I like them.
Yeah, they find their way here. Let me say, it's convenient.
Nudge, Angel. This guy is definitely Lucifer.
No, it's Oliver.
You don't see that? Never mind. Oh my god. This guy has your soul.
Oliver twists terrifying trinkets.
I understand. I get it. I'm just saying. Okay. I kind of look up at Oliver like, never mind. Never mind.
It's back behind the door over there, and he points towards like a painted black door at the side of the room.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, and if you're looking to buy anything, just bring it to the counter. I'll be in the back.
Yeah, no problem. We'll browse after we do a little bit of research. Yeah.
Awesome. Good. I should really charge, for access to the back room. It just makes sense. People pop by, look at weird stuff, and then they leave without buying anything. Maybe it's like
You want
archives
like
of churches.
$5?
It
That what you're
feels,
asking for?
that feels like a handout. I think I'd rather just buy something. But okay, I'm gonna head back there.
All right.
Let me know if you need anything.
What's the charge for access to information? Come on. This guy is definitely evil. I'm sorry, Angel. It's just you bring me to a weird shop in a dark alley. The guy's got a waxed mustache and he sells music boxes, and you're telling me he's not evil?
He sells more than music boxes. Just happens to be what I bought last
Creepy
time.
dolls, did you see those up front?
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm pretty sure they saw us.
Yeah. Is there any doll that isn't creepy though?
I was gonna say Ken, but yeah, no, Ken's creepy too.
Yeah. Dude with that junk. Weird.
Sexless mook. Okay, well, anyway.
I opened the black door and allow Ransom to go first.
I'm standing at the threshold, looking for traps. No trip
Hand in the
wires.
middle of his back and push him
Push him
as
in.
I follow in afterwards.
Back here, it is half organically old and decrepit, and half played up for the factor of the spooky vibe. It is like old gray boards that have probably been here for 100 years that are lining the area as shelves. They are different shades of dark, but not really the shade of wood. Some of them are pretty lined with dust. You see natural cobwebs kind of spilling into the area, a few overhead chain pulls up to like bare light bulbs. It basically looks like an old basement back here. And at a glance, it kind of looks like this is maybe just how this would have looked had he not renovated the front. It would have been, this is how it looks here, and left it like this, because while it is a little bit basement-y and a little spooky, the lack of light and there's a few leather chairs bound around does give a feel of like a secluded study that definitely fits the vibe he's trying to sell. But yeah, around you on these decrepit shelves, you see just stacks and stacks of binders and folders and cases filled with papers that go back through the history and the weird happenings. Towards the door, you see things are more recent. You see stacks of tabloid-esque papers that do talk about things like lizard men from the sea or abducting people, or you see things about goldfish and drains have turned into mutants and a bunch of crazy things. Yeah. So what are you guys looking for?
Yeah, well, they first start looking at more historical documents of the surrounding forests.
Okay. I'd say you can roll occult if you're looking for stuff that would be more flagged as supernatural, or investigation for just regular old stuff.
Well, I'm going to look for regular old stuff because I don't know anything about occult.
I'll go for the spooky stuff.
Okay.
And a 10.
Okay, pretty good.
That's a 5 reroll. Well, sorry, yes, that's a 7 with the original roll plus my plus my bonus. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 7 was not too bad. And you got in the same range?
10.
Oh,
So,
a 10. Okay. Good.
Full success.
Oh, because you have a +3.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we'll go with the 10 first. As you're looking through it, you're looking for stuff that just kind of hints at the history of Snowcatch Valley that would have been irregular to put in papers, things that are maybe less than scientific. And as you're going through it, you see stories of things that have followed people that lived here. You see a story specifically that talks about curses, and it goes on overly dramatic ways about witches and things like that. But it narrows down to saying that there's something that seems to follow people here, and it seems to affect them negatively sometimes, positively others. And that there's been a long history of things in Snowcatch Valley that seem to be things happen and change people's lives that is well outside their control. And you see stories as you scanning through this like very old and weathered paper that talk about lineages and how that some of these lineages seem to be traced back to witches that were claimed to have lived here long ago with no certain names. You see images of people that look similar sketched into the sides of these papers, and comments about bloodlines being very important for things to continue as they are here. You see different, almost like mad ramblings about this kind of vibe, and you see just sketches of family trees as they stretch out into the paper.
Are there any family names that not that on the page that I recognize?
As you're looking through them, you do see a few names. A lot of them are pretty scratched and blurred out, and they don't seem to be anything. A lot of them, as you're looking through it, there's a lot of question marks that end in trees that seem to have been pruned from this family tree. There's a few that you do come across. You do see the name Franks, and you'll notice immediately that these were written maybe 60, 70 years ago, so there wouldn't be anything that's more modern or relevant. But you see the name of Franks, you see Morgan, And you also see Gaines as some names that are at the end of their line without anything scratched out. And looking over it, you seem to be able to make the correlation that there are names that are scratched out as if this line is ended, it's gone. And those are some of the few names that remain.
Do you find anything over there, Ransom?
All right. And Ransom, you were looking for more natural history that may have made its way here into this shop. And
Yeah, things that would have been, like, maybe escaped, like, newspapers, maybe, like, journal entries or, anything like that.
you see, oddly enough, you see like propaganda art for coming to Snowcatch Valley. You see stuff from before the gold rush saying that the mountains here are full of treasure. You see like completely exaggerated images of miners, like overly romanticized. It doesn't go into like the hell that is being a miner.
Like, look at this, Angel. Like, nah, these guys all died.
But yeah, you see a lot of that kind of imagery in this stack of just like over the years, like first there's the gold rush, like come to Snowcatch Valley. Then later you see like we've got huge new industries and Snowcatch Valley is where it's all at, and make your home here. And a lot of different papers throughout the decades and in some ways century of history of just honestly just like travel here, we need a bigger population style.
I just got put out, like, it looks like Snowcatch has been trying to be a boom town like 200 years. I guess we're still trying.
Yeah, it's not too uncommon for 150 years ago, trying to get people to live here.
Yeah, it's like the same thing that's happening in like Centralia, right? But what'd you find?
I found some like super old family trees, and I also found some stuff talking about like a presence following people, and how it affects them and changes their lives. So I don't know, maybe that has to do with some of the kidnappings.
Okay, take a look at the family tree there. What were the names on it, you said?
You see the name Franks, Gaines, and Morgan as 3 last names that are still in the tree.
Yeah, I recognize Gaines from some of the other research, but Franks, hold on. And you said this family tree seems to have ended?
Yeah, like about 60 years ago. But that's just when this paper was published.
I had to go deliver a letter like last week, the other day, and it was to Floyd Franks. I'm like 90% sure. It's
He's
weird.
been living here like his whole life.
I don't know. I only ever like slipped notes under the door. I remember I slipped it. I was like, okay, I did the thing that Dad asked me to do, and the door opens. He's like, no, I'm done. I'm grumpy. I'm not doing the thing.
Okay.
I'm out.
Do you remember where he
my
lives?
God. Yeah, I do remember where he lives. But I don't know if I just want to show up at some old guy's house and start asking him questions about Bigfoot,
Why would you ask him about Bigfoot?
or glowing eyes, or what will we even ask him about? Just, hi, we're 2 local kids. We want to know what you know about Snowcatch Valley. Oh, why should I wear? I don't know.
You hit the nail on the head there.
But then he's gonna like tell my dad that I came and ask questions. I don't know. You know what? Maybe we can make it work. But I don't know. Do you see anything else in here that's useful?
No. I take another look around just to be sure.
Yeah, I guess make another investigation or occult roll if there's anything, especially if you have a specific category or subject or anything.
Maybe information about who lived in that area of the woods, like where those old houses and stuff were.
Okay.
Is this occult or investigation?
I would say you can add either one.
Okay, well, 15.
With the 15, looking through stories, anything here that would be, for the most part, like there is some stuff that is just of interest, like art that has been kept here. But you'll find that most of the things here do consider some kind of fringe information. That's kind of how they make their way here. So you do find that there is stories of like haunted people who still lived in the woods well into the establishment of Snowcatch Valley proper, after there was people that refused to move back into the main town, especially around the town hall and the fort, after an attack that happened. And this was
attack?
You just see that there is underlined like attack and the battle and things that are almost seemingly to be in purposely hushed tones. But you see this predates even the gold rush, these stories. This is the settling of Snowcatch Valley, that there were people that lived out in the woods that would not join people, that wouldn't join society, that tried to steer clear.
Okay. So, predating the gold rush would be, what, 200 plus years?
Quick maths. 1859 is the gold rush. And it's 1999. How many years is that exactly? 140. So older than that, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And mind you, these stories were published much more recently. They talk about people that.
Who published them?
There's no name. It's just like, you see, it's almost a collection of almost interview style snippets from people around town telling stories about the folks from the woods and the outsiders, and some saying that it makes sense to not want to come back to town after what happened, but other people saying it doesn't really make sense because it would be more dangerous in the woods.
Okay. I don't know if this Frank's person is actually one of the really old families in town. Maybe he knows more about these stories about what happened to the woodland folk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know how anybody passed along history in this town. A lot of hiding things, it seems.
Yeah, but isn't that what like super old family trees do? They just keep all the secrets to themselves.
Oh, that's a very good point. I mean, my dad doesn't tell me shit.
Yeah, but we all know he's in the mob.
It's really looking more and more like he's in the mob. Like, maybe I can.
It's got you making deliveries now.
I don't know. Maybe I can get it to work to my advantage.
It's in the family business, you know.
Be the family business, you know. Maybe I can pretend I'm. No, you know what? That seems like a bad idea. I don't want to pretend like I'm an enforcer. I don't want to die. I'm far too young and pretty.
And not very threatening.
Okay, well, yeah. Start going to the gym soon, probably. Shut up, Angel. Let's go.
Oh, we promised Oliver we'd look around at trinkets before we leave, but you know,
Yeah,
we don't have to buy anything.
By all means, take a look.
Hey man, this is where I find my magic shit.
Oh, he definitely owns your soul.
And with that, we will pan back to Jimmy and Brody, slowly working their way through the woods, beyond the well, having made their way back to the car and driving, they assume, following the mountain path-ish towards where they had ended the night before. I'd say it takes about an hour to navigate through here, trying to also keep in mind the path you took to find a quick way out of here. And eventually you do come up to an area where it just wouldn't be feasible to drive anymore. You are surrounded by either mountain on your left or forest on your right, and you kind of come to a natural pause. But through the trees, you can see in the distance that there is the crags begin into the side of the mountains here. Probably work your way back to where you were the night before.
Yeah, all right. We'll park it up and make our way.
Okay. As you make your way through the area, is there anything you would like to look for, keep an eye out for, or are you just making your way to the crags and then beginning investigation there?
Yeah, just for me, just kind of footprints or anything on the ground, and just kind of natural openings into the mountain. If there is.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say roll an investigation check as you try and find footprints and maybe the tracks that you had sort of seen the night before.
I'm waiting until we get down there.
13.
13. You are able to, as you're kind of working away, especially having like almost like this photographic memory of you holding that camera and following the path that you had gone before, with Ham pointing out specific things for you to film. You do remember some of the landmarks really well, and you see some very standout trees and like bends into the area. You work your way back, and you do find those. It's just a naked footprint of a human foot, definitely worn over and weathered. But you find the area that you had emerged from the woods before, and see a little bit the path through the crags, and sort of identify the one, no more than 300 feet in the distance that you had walked up to the night before.
Okay. And that footprint is still pretty big, like it's as big as what we remember it the night before.
Yeah, but it also, even then, was just like a large human footprint. It wasn't necessarily massive, but it was noticeably big.
Okay. Just trying to make sure that my imagination wasn't playing me the night before. So, yeah, I think it's over there. If I remember correctly, like that's the foot that I've recorded, and then we just kind of went boom. It's over there.
Sure, man. Yeah. I'm following you.
We'll walk our way through.
As you make your way back up, Jimmy, you do get a sense of deja vu for a split second, where you see that specific like shard of rock that you remembered the shadow shifting in before you guys had seen someone in it. And you feel for a moment that you were standing in the exact same spot that you were standing in the night before. And it's right there, right in front of you, no more than 30 feet away.
Yeah, Brody, man, that's it. That's where I saw whatever that thing was move into the rocks, I guess. I don't know, man.
Let's go take a look. Maybe there's something that we missed.
Sure. Yeah. You have the flashlight, right? All right. Let's go check it out.
Walk in.
Yeah, as you move up to the area, flicking the flashlight around, I mean, the daylight still helps a lot. Most of these aren't very deep at all. No more than like 6 feet is like, again, these aren't really caves as much as they are old rock that's fallen over one another to create like lean-tos and different separations. But you do find the one from the night before, flicking the light to the back. You do see that still there is a thin crevice there, almost a foot across, and about 12 feet up, and where it ends in a bit of a spike.
Is there any footprints in the kind of general direction or area that we saw the creature?
I'd say make an investigation check as you start to pan out. You can both do this.
Yeah, I'll take a look too.
Into the area.
13.
Ooh. 7.
Yeah, I think as you're going through, Jimmy, you start to you're looking around. You start to see some towards the entrance of this area. You see some disturbed, loose rock, and then as your eyes are trailing, you do see darker stone, like gravel, where you look up to see Brody, who is looking straight down at this mass of very black stone, dust and crumble and like old broken shale, and it is just pitch black. And this is where you on camera caught that figure fade away into darkness, and just 2 glints of light were suspended in frame.
Do This sounds crazy, but do you think it melted? Kind of like, not melted per se, but just kind of like vanished into the ground? Like, this is weird. Why is it so black?
Man. I don't know.
I don't think
Wait.
I've seen any creature be able to do that. Not seen, but read.
Except a were-squid. Listen, I've hated this theory for a really long time, man, but like, do we have to revisit the were-squid idea? Why is there the last time we saw inky blackness, wasn't that when we came across Madison's body?
Can't believe we're going back to were-squid. But I mean, I'm gonna pick up one of the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Is it oily? Does it just feel like a rock but just black?
As you pick it up, you notice that some of the black does come off on your hands, and it is a little bit oily.
I mean, we're gonna like show it to Jimmy. I mean, it is kind of oily.
Yeah.
Like, it won't come off my fingers.
Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
when we were going through last year, when we were going through the house of like the chrysalids or whatever the hell,
Yeah.
that wasn't inky blackness, right? That was like a different colored thing.
The goo was like yellow, and you'll even
Yeah.
remember that the cocoon itself was like that almost like nasty yellow, like proto
Yeah.
skin. And yeah, the goos that you had found with that thing was always yellowed.
We never found out where that inky black shit came from that was around Madison, did we?
I think that was the only time you had seen it, is when you first saw her body in the
Yeah.
woods, and just looked like there was black ink all over.
Brody, man, you remember when we were talking to Madison? And like, she got like what, hit from behind, right? And then like sort of died, but not really. But it was in these woods. And I think we just sort of assumed that whatever the hell that thing was last year was what caused it. But like, what if it's all connected, man? You know?
Maybe. I always did think that maybe Snowcatch Valley is like the center of weird stuff that goes on. Like, what if there's something here? Maybe in between these two mountains, it's kind of like maybe there's like a teleportation device or something. I don't know. That kind of sounds weird.
What?
But
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
I'm not saying like an actual device, but maybe there's like, like maybe there's something around here that monsters can pass through, because like, I mean, monsters they can't be real, but yet we just saw one. But
No,
we
Brody,
don't-
they're real, man. We know this now.
I know they're real, but I'm just saying, like, what if they weren't real before? They were just kind of stories that people made up, and then something here in Snowcatch Valley makes them real.
Pretty sure Madison said they've been around for a long time.
Yeah, but so has Snowcatch Valley.
See, okay.
Or this area. It's just a theory. I haven't come to the natural conclusion. I'm just saying maybe it's just Snowcatch Valley.
Maybe, man. I honestly, I really think we need to talk to Madison again. If we can track her down. She said she knew about other stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Angel probably is the only person that can get in touch with her.
Yeah, I think we need to get back in touch with the guys, man. This doesn't make any sense. And like, sorry, real quick, Aaron, too. Like, I had been down at Madison's body from as far as I can tell, because I wasn't like right up against her body or nothing. Does it seem like the same inky black shit?
You can see
At
that
least-
there's a lot of similarities.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
the
That's fair.
circumstances are so different, but
100%.
like on her there was streams of it, right? Whereas here it's coated, but
Mm-hmm.
the consistency is similar at least.
Okay. All right.
Maybe
Yeah, we need
maybe
to
should
go
take some
regroup,
back.
man.
Maybe we should take some back. Maybe somebody can identify this goopy stuff.
I gotta be honest, man. Unless you have a bag or something, that's not coming in my car. You're not getting that on the seats.
Okay, fine. Guys, you left that car
It's
way
just
too much.
bring. I'll see. I might have
Oh.
like an old bag in the trunk or something. Bring, I don't know, a rock with some of it on it or whatever.
Okay, I'll bring some rocks, but just kind of look at Jimmy. But there's a few more like caverns down this way. Maybe can check them out. Maybe there's an opening.
Okay, what are you hoping to find? Like, what do you want to do? You want to go explore the caverns by ourselves? I just want to make sure I understand the plan here.
I just want to, maybe there is a cave open and we don't have to go in it. Obviously, that'd be kind of dumb, but at least
That'd
we
be
would
really
know
dumb.
it's open and maybe we can come back with actual stuff,
Okay, so we're not going in the cave. To be
No,
clear.
we're just finding an opening.
Okay.
Scott's honor.
Were you even in the scouts?
No, but I always thought it was kind of cool.
I wish you had lied. All right, let's go.
Okay, as you guys, handful of rocks for Brody, making your way, following the crags and some of the more opening paths towards along the mountainside. Do you want to make an investigation for me to see if
Heck
you're able to
yeah.
find more their entryway?
Well,
10.
Both pretty good rolls. I would say from here, as you're moving around this area, you do find that for the most part, this is just like crags and rocks and boulders and shattered rock that's been weathered down for a very long time. There are pathways that lead up through the mountains, through some of the mountain trails that are there, and you do come across those. But there's no telling how long they go and where they lead. But at this location, there doesn't seem to be any caves that just go down to the bottom of the mountains or any mine shafts or anything like that here.
Okay. And we don't see any more of that black stuff
No, you
anywhere. No. Okay. Okay. Well, it's kind of getting late. Maybe we should get back. But yeah,
yeah.
let's see if we can find a bag in Gwen.
Yeah, okay, man. And I know that Jimmy cares a lot about his car. I feel like he would potentially have some at the very least some fast food bags back there, you know what I mean?
True, yeah.
So grab one of those at the very least just to try to
I'd say funny enough, there's probably an empty pizza box, which is not the best carrier for
Perfect,
a rock,
yeah.
but
Nah, we'll throw that in there and keep it in the
Yeah.
trunk. Trunk gets dirty, it's not so bad. The inside
Yeah.
though, can't be having that.
It's a no-go. I'm trying to get the ink off my hands. But yeah, let's go back. Maybe they found something interesting.
okay. Is there you're heading out. You're heading back towards Angel's Place, and as you guys continue to retrace your own steps back to the car, and then from there trying to navigate through the forest, so we're paying back to Ransom and Angel, flicking through some of the goods at the terrifying shop, and you see Oliver kind of pop out from under the curtain. Yeah, you guys found everything? Anything good? And is there anything? If we got some interesting stuff, I can show you some of the cool stuff if you want me to point you out anything, or if you just want to look on your own, that's fine too.
Did you get anything new?
I mean, everything that we get that's new is still kind of old in some way. You know what I mean?
New to you.
New to me. New to me. What did we get? I mean, we got a box of trinkets here. I don't know, some estate sale sort of thing. Got let me take a look through here, and you do see a bunch of on the verge of antique equipment, some tools and a Swiss Army knife and a bunch of little things in a little chest that he's got up near the counter. You see in there that there is a interesting like gilded lighter and a few other pens, and it just looks like someone's like desk collections a long time ago. And then as he, yeah.
Oh, is there like anything that like just jumps out at me, or?
I'd say maybe roll occult to see if anything
I was just
resounds.
gonna ask, is there any like heraldry on it, or any like sort of family markings?
You don't see like a crest or anything like that. You do see on the lighter that there is initials, like scratched into the base of it.
Okay, not
and
like
they're-
etched, but scratched.
Yeah, like scratched in a little bit, and they're a little bit weathered, but you can see that there is a W at least etched in there for whatever the
Okay.
last name might be, and then a bunch of pens and stuff like that. And as Oliver's like, if there's anything here that interests you, I mean, spooky happenings there, right? Estate sale, so that means unexpected endings a lot of the time, so there could be some vibe there.
What do you want for the lighter?
Lighter, eh?
Is it like a Zippo or?
I don't know the type. I don't know lighters, but it's
I'm asking Aaron, the DM, at this point. How do you light this lighter?
it wouldn't be a Zippo. It looks like it's a kind of an older lighter where there would be fluid in it, and you have a wick that you replace from time to time.
Okay.
And yeah, it's definitely pretty old looking. But it's got cool gilded shapes on it that kind of go in like a cool like spiraling pattern around it. And
Okay.
yeah, but I don't know, maybe $30.
I was thinking more like 10. It looks like I'm gonna have to fix it.
Roll manipulate for me.
Well, this is not gonna be good. I was correct. That's 5.
25. That seems pretty good.
Yeah, alright, fine.
All right, I paid 80 for this box alone, so come on, we gotta get something back eventually. Yeah, he takes the money, he hands you over the lighter, and I mean, so what are you into? You anything interesting? You into ancient stuff, spooky stuff? What are you into?
Me?
Yeah,
No, I don't want
There's
to
gotta be
from your
something.
shop. Thank you, sir.
Well, you gotta know, there's always something to tickle
no,
someone's
my
fancy.
soul is mine. Thank you.
You like soul related stuff? Okay, well over here, and he slaps up hanging on.
Angel, let's go.
Well, hold on. This is pretty interesting.
Don't be rude, Ransom.
This is some Snowcatch history right here. You guys had interest in that, right? So he slaps the side of a wall, and you see hanging up on the top of it is an old weathered gargoyle just hanging from the ceiling. This fell off the main town hall about 15 years ago. I've kind of had it in the back for some hush because they'd probably want it back, but hell no. So we got that. I mean, sales on that's $100 as long as you keep it on the low down. You guys are history buffs. That's all I'm trying to say is you could own a piece of the valley. So yeah.
No,
It's pretty interesting, Ransom.
Does that spit water out?
No, that would be the other one. Not a grimoire. What is it? Grotesque? I don't know. They're different. I don't know. Something about them is different.
I was just testing your knowledge, but I'm absolutely.
It might be the
Not
other way.
mine.
I don't know.
Thank you.
But it's very. I'm just it's your first time here. I don't. People peruse, but
And so
they
you
come
bring out
back.
a statue as the first thing.
No,
Okay,
this is the first time I've actually really showed that off. It's been out here for a few days now, but I've had it in the back for so long. Honestly, afraid that the cops would show up asking where it is. I didn't knock it off or anything. That wasn't me, but it showed up here, and
Who brought it to you?
I don't know. Some guy just said I'd want it. I don't know. It's
Some
kind of
guy
weird.
you've never seen before. You bought it off him. Come on.
I'm going to
You
be
gotta
honest.
give
That's
me more
how
than
I
that.
fill this whole store. I don't know anybody. I'd buy the stuff. It makes it much easier. Like this dead guy's box of trinkets. I don't know. That makes it way easier to sell it off. a conscience,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you're new. You're Angel.
yeah.
You'll bring him back sometime when he's feeling the itch to buy something
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. 2-3 days, I'll bring him back. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Angel, we gotta get going, man. I'm double parked outside. I don't want to get a ticket.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Well, have fun, and if you need anything, let me know. Angel, I'll see you again. No worries. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for the help.
Okay, thank you. And looks over at the dolls and pushes them even further, and then goes under the curtain. And you're free to go. Where are you heading now?
But I head back to your place, or
Yeah, we can have
all
that.
right. That dude's creepy. I'm sorry. I just don't trust anybody with a wax mustache.
It seems really bigoted. I'm trying
It's
out the
usually anybody
lighter to
that has
see
a
if I
wax
can
mustache
work.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, as you're flicking at the lighter, you do feel that there's like a very small amount of oil in there, and the wick is pretty short and burnt out, but with some finagling, you think you can get it going.
Okay.
And as you head back,
Is there a
Thank you.
parking ticket on my car?
no,
Okay.
this is like this alleyway here is pretty, outside of the main area of town, and I guess
You left at the right
There's-
time, Angel.
yeah.
No tickets.
What? No one's gonna ticket you. You've never even been down this street before.
Just saying. Like, she's brand new. Okay, I don't want to build out these parking tickets. This place is. Let's just go, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And as you make your way back, Jimmy and Brody as well, you probably all end up at Angel's place together.
We all end up there like Spider-Man meme. Like,
Yeah, all showing up at the door, parking at the same time.
Oh, hey guys.
It's just like waving at them.
Yeah.
You
So I'm
make
imagining
sure you
you-
bring
yeah,
the pizza
pile
box,
up
man.
inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the pizza. You guys want?
How big was the rock that they found, by the way?
Yeah, how big
I
of
would
a
brought
rock
a
would you have
few.
taken?
I would have brought a few, like 2 as big as I could find, and then some like gravel.
The biggest would be like maybe an oblong tennis ball. A lot of them
Yeah.
closer to like little pieces of like shale and stuff. So just grabbing a few things like that.
Brody, you got yourself some new pets.
Actually, I was going to give them as a gift to you, Ransom. Here you go.
Oh, that rocks.
No, but honestly, look, take a look, and I'm gonna pull one out. It has all that oily stuff that happened last year.
Oily stuff?
Yeah, like with Madison.
I go take a look at it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it looks like that. If you like to inspect further, you could make a roll. But
That's exactly what I was going to do too.
We do the
you actually
the
You know what I
sniff and
do?
then the
Is I
taste.
do that and I touch it to Angel's nose.
it's slightly metallic in smell. A little bit with a hint of sulfur and a touch of copper is kind of the vibe you get. And the taste is quite bad if you do taste it. It's very bad. Definitely bitter and pungent and burns the tip of the tongue just a touch.
I think we're leaning more to were squid, more than chupacabra. Or
you guys are back on
Bigfoot.
Were squid.
I mean,
And chupacabra,
I mean-
that's goats, man. They eat goat blood. Come on.
okay, I'm
Everybody
just
knows this.
Yeah,
Listen,
so we're
They
squid.
don't secrete oil rocks.
listen. We went right back to where we saw that thing yesterday, and where it was standing. This is what was underneath.
Wait, you guys went back there? What about that well?
Yeah, I threw a coin in there, made a wish. Hopefully, it comes true. And but I did see something down there. Some eyes looking back at me.
Uh,
You saw eyes?
Yeah, 2 little beady eyes, kind of like yours, always staring.
Jeez.
Did you see eyes, Jimmy?
Nah, man.
Jimmy didn't look.
No,
No, he did. He was actually,
Okay.
he was actually listening.
I was
That is-
listening to the well.
Thing is, wait,
The thing I
the
told
well-
you was like definitely magical. You guys are just like, stick my head inside.
Yes.
Not like deep or anything.
I definitely heard something from there the other night. Right, like we
Yeah.
had that.
Did you hear the
Dude,
whispers?
I don't think I did, but the little doodad
neither.
that they had kept like. I did hear whispers like coming through the radio. Like,
Yeah,
in the
speaking
beginning
of the
it.
radio, maybe we can build one. They did tell us how to make it.
Did they, Aaron? Did they tell us how to make it, or was it more of a an overview kind of thing?
Yeah, Tess was kind of pointing out the little bits and pieces and how it kind of worked. She did say she can make one for you or with you if you got in contact with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, maybe we can find online. I mean, we do know all the bits and pieces. It can't be that hard.
Wait, you can't find that stuff on the internet, can you?
Yeah, I don't
A
think
radio?
Sure,
With a-
maybe a radio, but like, gonna make that?
Well, I'm sure paranormal people talk to each other some way, and what better way than the chat rooms on the internet? Come on.
I'm sure you can buy
so.
something on eBay.
Telephone.
Listen, I'm like looking around, like, you know what, guys? We probably look completely crazy standing out here holding a pizza box full of
I
rocks.
thought we were inside.
We should go inside.
Really thought we were inside already.
Yeah, I could be inside. Inside hanging out, all packed into the booth.
Yeah. I'll go check my emails, that kind of stuff on the computer.
Okay. As you kind of sit down, everyone putting all the things I found into place. Angel, I mean, it's been a while too. You've got a stack of floppy disks there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun, but you got other stuff to do. And the rest of you, what would you like to do?
Yeah, just kind of like sitting down, just kind of going over some of the sheets of paper. If Ransom and Angel, did you print anything off at the library?
No. It's
No.
Okay.
all up here, baby.
We found more stuff at like Oliver's place though.
Oh,
There's
that
more-
creepy store downtown?
Yeah.
I always wanted to go in there, but the dolls,
times.
man, just kind of creepy.
Tried to sell Ransom
Look
a
at that.
What?
Trying to sell me a gargoyle.
Why didn't you buy it? Gargoyles
What am
are
I
so
gonna-
cool.
He
Okay.
kept saying he was the devil and he was gonna steal his soul. Anyway, I bought this lighter there.
Lighters aren't that cool, but the gargoyle, I mean,
It would have
That was
bottomed
so-
out my probe, okay? No. Point is, we did find some information, like, I don't know. Look, Snowcatch has always tried to be a boomtown, I guess. So, they're always trying to bring people in ever since the gold rush and before. We found something about, like, a secret battle that took place, or, like, a slaughter or something. And then that some of the old family trees in Snowcatch have been around since the beginning, and that, I guess, what did you say, Angel? Like, bloodlines are important?
Yeah, I found like a bunch of family trees for like really old families in town. The Franks, the Morgan, and the Gaines family. And I found some articles or like testimonials about like witches and like just like an entity, just like a thing that follows people around, and it kind of affects them, whether it's negatively or positively, but it just kind of like changes their life.
Yeah, and I mean, that's lining up with what we know about Edgar, but also the whole family tree thing. You guys remember when I was talking about delivering that letter the other day? That dude's a Frank.
At the drugs?
Wasn't drugs.
I'm
As far as I
definitely
know.
sure.
That's why I don't check the packages. I just don't want to know. I can only assume that my father is running a completely above board, totally legitimate
Waste management
business.
company.
Waste management.
Are we
company.
just curious, man? Are we changing our theory from mafia to cartel?
Ooh,
No, the mafia deals with drugs too.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's fair.
I'm just saying I'm gonna start watching out for like bikers and stuff near the house, or doesn't matter. My dad's.
You have like a Hell's Angels problem normally.
well, there is that biker crew. Remember, kind of bumped into them last year.
Oh,
Yeah, the Mohawk.
The Mohawk,
Snakes.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that guy's a Franks is what I'm trying to say, and that maybe he knows something. Maybe he's been around for a long time. But according to what Angel found, like he might be the last of his family line, the last son of the Franks, I guess.
Well, this is perfect. I mean, he works with your dad. Maybe he can. Maybe you can threaten him a little. Get some information out of him.
I didn't get very good vibes from the dude, you know? He's kind of bugging me out while I was there.
Yeah, but he wouldn't go
Also-
against your dad.
Why would we threaten anybody? Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just, pretending because he's in the mob. Come on, have you never watched the mobster movie?
Why don't we just pretend we've got like
Yeah.
a research project for school and just not have Ransom with us? If this guy's
That
from a
kinda-
family that's been here for like 150 years, we just say like we wanted to know more about the history of Snowcatch.
Yeah, but we have to be able to find his name
Why?
somewhere. I mean, it
Yeah,
can't just be
I
like
found his name somewhere.
that specific person that
Well, I
lives
found
here
the Frank
today.
family.
I mean, we've found him in the phone book, is all we got to say. And, we found him in this family tree of like old families in Snowcatch. That's fine. And yeah, keep me out of it, because the last thing I need is my dad breathing down my neck again. But if I can give you guys the address, no problem.
Okay. Okay, well that's a lead. We could do that. But okay, let's go. Let's kind of trek back to that well. Angel, you said that there was something weird in the well, and we saw some beating eyes.
Yeah, we were definitely
know
there.
what-
I definitely got the, magic vibes.
Do you know what it could be?
Spooky. No, didn't have time, and it was dark. But definitely something not natural. One might even say supernatural.
Hmm. That would be a great name for a show.
Yeah, I
think-
guess.
Oh, you know what? Maybe tonight I'll think about making a show one day. Call it.
Think about writing a screenplay.
Brody renames himself as Mick G.
I will
Origin
say,
story.
Angel, man, I did stick my head down the well and like, I don't know, man, I just start feeling good. Like everything's good. I was in the right
Wait.
spot.
Were you not feeling good beforehand?
No, man, we were going to look at a bunch of creepy stuff.
Well, he did ask me if I felt like I was supposed to be here in Snowcatch. Like, this is where I meant to be. Do you guys feel that way?
I mean,
This is after he had his head in the well, so I'm just curious if it's
Oh,
related.
I like this place and I like you guys, and I guess my bed is here in Snowcatch, so that's cool.
It's just the right place to be, man. I don't know.
am I getting any weird voodoo vibes off Jimmy right now?
Making a cult roll for me.
While he's doing that,
So
I want to reestablish the three of you are all Snowcatch
natives.
natives. Thank you. That's the word I was looking
As
for.
far as you
right?
know.
Whereas I'm a transplant. Okay, I just wanted to confirm that.
The transplant.
What was it roll, Angel?
7.
7. You're not entirely sure. You are getting vibes in general. Just the whole room right now is giving you feeling, but you're not sure.
Well, we were also talking about maybe finding Madison. Maybe she would be able to help us.
Yeah, man, because she was covered in this like same black stuff. So
Yeah,
maybe she knows about
reach
other
out.
stuff in the woods. I don't know.
I'm sure she would love to hang out with us again.
Yeah, sure, maybe. Don't know how much, public interaction she's had in the last year. But yeah, I boot up MSN.
You moved
Removed?
over. You've
Yeah.
updated.
I was just say,
to
are we in the
latest-
MSN era now?
We are.
Nice.
It's the new hot shit.
Make sure you change your
Okay.
font to Comic Sans.
But no more ICQ, eh?
I've got the username and then so many like emoticons.
Yeah. And like all the text swirls and dots and everything that people put in there. It's perfect.
Oh, all the ASCII stuff, yeah.
Yeah. You look her up. Her signal is always set to offline, but you never
Just
know what that
send an
means.
offline message.
Yeah.
Just tell her we need to talk.
Like, hey Madison, just we've come across some like weird shit in the last few days. Maybe we need to talk.
You see right away a message come up, just ... What weird shit?
Oh shit.
Man, just clickety clacking bagging. A bunch of people gone missing. Pretty sure I saw a ghost of some kind. And squids?
Okay, maybe leave the weird squids out.
Oh, fuck my
Enter has been hit.
Yeah, he's like hovering the key, locks eyes, hits enter. You just see a message, just ... What?
Yeah, just tell her we found more of that inky black stuff when we saw like this creature in the woods.
Yeah, this would be way faster and easier if you were just over. Like, if you can come here tonight, that'd be cool. But there's lots of information.
She messages back, like, I'm not in Snowcatch, and I doubt I'm coming back.
Oh, all right. Well, like, how many people got missing? 3, 4, at least 3. And then pretty sure I saw his ghost. Definitely saw him, and then he disappeared into a cave wall. And I don't know. I'm getting spooky vibes from a well.
Well, when you say it like that.
I'm not sure how I can help with any of this. I don't know anything about ghosts. I'm not a ghost. That's not. If you're going down that tree again, I'm not just everything that you find. And also, I don't know what squids have to do with anything.
Found
Told you not to
some,
say the weird squid.
ink all over some rocks where the ghost was. So,
She was covered in ink too.
and yeah,
what?
you.
Yeah, tell her it's
Yeah.
the same thing, man. Fuck.
Yeah. And the guys were saying you were also covered in like black ink when we found you a year ago. So where squid?
Is it the same stuff?
Similar.
Very simple.
Where'd you find
Possibly the same, yeah, man.
What was the mountain called?
it? There's the Spear Point Mountain, which is the one that you were probably closer to. The one that
Okay.
also runs off towards Willow Lake.
The crags near Spear Point Mountain.
She doesn't respond for a while. And then eventually a message comes through and it says, "It's probably nothing. I wouldn't look into anything. This isn't worth it."
Insight check.
I don't need an insight check for that.
Ask her maybe if she has another friend here that we can talk to. Someone cool.
No way she means that. There's no
Yeah,
way this is nothing.
Guys are wondering if there's anybody like in town that you know who might have a little bit more information, because we're definitely not leaving this.
I would really urge you not to look into this and to stop and to maybe get out of there like I did.
You'd think she'd be grateful that we saved her. Help us out. I mean, she did help us out with that body.
I appreciate the warning, but you know us, headstrong and stupid.
Who wears squid one more time?
Oh, don't. God damn it.
Brody's asking, where's Squid?
Exclamation. Not a question.
There's nowhere squid. That's nothing. Don't go into the water
What
looking for
is it?
squids.
Is
Don't
something in
worry
the
about
water?
that. Don't worry about any of this. Please.
Angel, man. Gotta really talk her into this one. You know?
Maybe she's
Put on
not
your
that
best
far.
MSN charm.
Maybe we can drive there.
Are you like really far away from Snowcatch, or like potential like day visit away,
Are you trying to come here?
or vice versa? Yeah.
I'm not going there.
Okay, so then us go there to see you.
It's about a day.
Can you give me an address? We'll be there tomorrow.
I don't technically have an address.
Okay.
In what area is she in? We can ask
Yeah,
Jeeves
like,
how to get
what-
there. Map quest.
Like, yeah. Can you give me like a map quest pointer then?
Maybe I will, if you really need to. In tomorrow. 35 Englewood.
Does that sound familiar to me?
Surprisingly, no. You don't know that street name. You're pretty sure it's not in town.
Yeah, I'm just making
What
sure.
what city or town or hovel?
There's
called
only one.
Snowcatch Valley.
Oh, okay. I put it in MapQuest. Where is it?
It's more like northwest outside of Snowcatch. It's like in a smaller region of Colorado. It's just called the Fishing Lakes, is like the name of the little colony. It's like barely even like a town.
Like a hamlet or something?
Yeah, and you see that this is like Englewood is Englewood. It takes you down like around a lake, and seems to be like a house on a point of land that goes out into a lake, whatever you call that thing.
Peninsula?
Peninsula, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see you tomorrow.
We need a time.
We're just gonna leave in the morning.
You don't get a response.
Yeah. That okay. So yeah, we
I
can
don't
go
wanna
there
be,
tomorrow and then figure out why she doesn't want us to do anything.
I don't want to be negative about this really, but I need to see if I can take the time off work for this.
Man.
I got the radio stuff to
Yeah.
do during the day and delivering pizzas at night, so yeah. Ransom, do you want to pull some strings? Your family's like super connected to everything, right?
I mean, I don't know if I can get you the day off.
Well,
What are you
Ransom, you have a
talking?
car. Maybe Jimmy can stay here while we go.
Hold
I
on.
want to go too,
Like,
especially if it means being away from all the stuff that
I mean-
our very strong friend is saying to not be around.
you could, I don't know, just be sick tomorrow.
My car kind
Yeah.
of stands out, man.
Mine
Economic.
like doesn't. It'd be crowded, but we could all make it.
Shotgun.
Nah, you can't do that from here, man. You know you've
Come
got
on!
to see the car. You've got to see the car.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
how it
sure there's like a time
Can
limit too, man. You can't call a shotgun for a.
No,
Drive
that
happens
was never a
tomorrow.
thing. I'm gonna go look at the window and see if I can see Ransom.
That's definitely a thing.
You don't see it from
preemptively
here.
call shotgun for that amount of time.
Well,
Like a 1 hour time limit.
Well, they're bickering about shotgun. I put in a disc.
Okay. You see a screen boot up. It's greens and purples. You just see the blinking cursor of begin ? And then press enter.
And all you hear is like, but I called it. Come on, I should be there.
Yeah. Fighting over it. Angel begins to play through what looks like, at first glance, just this green and purple, almost visually 3D between the two, like spindles. It looks like a cave at first, moving forward, with a point of green light at the end. And as you're moving through it, it just says up or down ?
Oh,
You see it moves up, and you break through what looks like, as the green begins to flicker up and down, it looks like water breaks as something moves up through it, and it says forward or back.
forward.
You see a winding road rippling in front of you, and then you see a triangle show up on the horizon, and then from here it says attack or defend.
Defend?
You see the green lines kind of flatten out, and then the purple lines rise up around it into like the sign of a smiling face for a second, and it says good job, try again tomorrow ?
Okay. Seems really weird.
And then you just see it pop up, level 3, check marks, and then turns off.
Cool.
What are you playing, man?
You remember how you were freaking out about the devil? Yeah, I bought this there.
Just walk away, like straight walk away.
Yeah, I'd say like when he says bought this there, he does point to the stack. There's 3 remaining floppy disks, and they just have this green and purple paper slammed on the front with black marker scribbled all over it. Do you look at them at all, Ransom, or do you just get out of there?
I'm just, yeah, no. As soon as I hear it, like, bought it from there, like, I walk into the washroom and just go wash my face.
Let's take a
Okay.
look at the discs. I'm curious.
Yeah, just flipping over the disc. There's no like game label or anything. You can see that there is like very thick marker writing on it, that is like basically illegible. It's like smudged out. The only thing that you do see written down in like blue pen at the bottom of one of these labels is a name, and the name's Arnold Murphy.
Does that name ring a bell to me at all?
I would say maybe roll investigation, or if you want to check your people tabs, if any of you have that, it could be in there. But from before
you
we
get
started.
a +1 to investigation while you're inside my apartment.
Ooh,
This is true.
all right. Yeah, I
This
don't
is
have
your,
it in
your
my
base.
tabs, but it's a 9.
With a 9, you maybe have seen the name Murphy a few times, but Arnold doesn't spring out to you. Thinking through like classmates, no Arnold that you remember. Deliveries, maybe there were a few Murphys, but the name combined, Arnold Murphy, you don't know it.
All right. It's cool, man.
Yeah, the game's pretty fun, I guess, but it only lets you play for a few minutes, and then it's like a cooldown on it at the wait a day.
Weird.
Hear me from in the wash, like, that's stupid.
Well, anyway, that is a weird game. I don't think it's sold
Hey.
very many copies. Like, look at this.
I made it to level 3. That's pretty good.
I guess, but like in a regular game, level 3 would be like in 20 minutes. So you've played like what, 20 minutes in 3 days?
It's been more than that.
25.
It's been like a week and a half.
What? You've been playing that game for a week and a half, and you're only at level 3?
Yeah, something like that.
God,
Not always
boy.
that easy.
Anyway, you should return it.
Not that kind of store.
I guess. Maybe one day we'll go in there because it kind of spooky in there.
I'm sure
Is-
Oliver would love it.
I'm sure. He sounds like an interesting fellow. It even got Ransom all shook up.
You see a message comes through, and you see from Madison, if you're going to come here, bring nothing.
Shit, a nudist call?
Like, what?
Just don't bring anything. Just don't bring anything extra.
Okay.
That seems kind of suspicious.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean,
But-
she could eat us. Well, not.
He's not
No,
that
I
good of a
really-
vampire.
I mean, she could kill us. Wrap us around somewhere, suck our blood when she wants.
I think, man, she wanted to do that. She would have done that before.
I know, but now is the perfect time. She's asking us not to bring anything. Come on, that's weird.
What do you
And
bring
she
with you
didn't-
when you normally go places, Brody? What, you're gonna leave your hockey stick at home? Oh no.
I think it
What
might
are you
have
talking
been
about, man?
more directed towards me.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
well, that makes way more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
And
no
also,
problem.
there's
See you tomorrow.
stuff in the car that you bring. Come on. God.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in my car. Can't get rid of the roadside kit. It's important.
But she said don't bring anything. That also could probably mean the car. Come on.
Brody.
The car.
So don't
The
bring the
car
car.
is
Do
an
you think she
extension.
wants us to show up without the car?
God damn it.
An extension of what?
An extension of us. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
Wouldn't the
if there was
stuff
something in the
be
car
an
that she-
extension of the car, which is an extension of us? Come on, man, you're not making any sense. Go back to your bulletin board.
Oh, yes, I am going to go back to that. I'm going to look at the picture, see if there's anything else that I've missed on.
For the pictures, sure, make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah.
10.
I'd say as you move back to the pictures on the table, spreading them out, moving the pizza box and rocks out of the way, looking at some of the maybe not the newest picture, but one of the ones closest to it, you see that there's like a film lifting up off the plastic on the front. You start to like pull away at it a little bit, and the film comes up and reveals a clearer image of a face who's kind of the splitting image of your grandmother.
Oh, not Nana. My grandmother?
And as you look towards maybe the newer Polaroid, it looks a lot like your mom, maybe, when she was a lot younger. Like maybe when she was a teenager.
Okay. Yeah, this kind of looks like my mom. When she was like my age, I'm just like, show them. That one kind of looks like my grandma. I'm gonna show them that too.
Just, I don't want to be that guy, Brody, but mom was hot.
God damn it! I knew you were gonna say that.
Look at her. Look at her. Huh? Sorry.
That's
I'm
my
not sorry.
mom. God damn it.
What?
Well,
I've never met your mom. I'm just saying she was hot. Then she could be hot. Inappropriate. I'd like to apologize.
well,
Seriously, look.
maybe I'll ask my mom what these pictures are about before we go to Madison. Maybe we'll find something.
Be a good plan.
And with that, I think with the plan set in motion for tomorrow to maybe get out of town and drive out into the country, meet their once dead friend, I think that's what we're going to call it for tonight.
All right.
Thank you so much, everybody. This is we're the Casual Ones. This is Snowcatch Valley, Foul 99. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So catch us when we're live, or check out our VODs on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks, everybody.
Good.
Bye-bye.
Everyone, good night.
Bye.